Going on YouTube? It's Rolling Stone here. I got told that trucking stone might lead to the wrong impression, so I am now Rolling Stone, and I am not getting any moss on me. Okay, except for maybe whenever I go to a shipper and they don't have a load for me. So this is a catch up on day 2 and day 3 of orientation. I haven't seen anything saying that I can't put this out there. So tomorrow, whenever I get hired on, I'll let you guys know exactly what company I work for. If you've taken the bits and hints and the clues and you've done a little research, you probably already figured it out. But either way, it's one of the 5 largest carriers in North America. We'll leave it at that for now. But anyway, day 2, we finished all of our tests on day 1, Monday. Day 2, we got our results back, well, for the most part. And we did our road test on day 2. Typically, you're going to do that on day 1, but we were waiting on an instructor to come into town that's another safety guy. So did the road test. It was very simple. It's not anywhere nearly as bad as the road test to get your CDL. So, but it is recommended that you know how to handle that vehicle, because they're going to look at you with a really strange look if you don't know what you're doing. So, yeah, everything went great. Day 3, the last day of orientation, the last full day, is a lot of safety videos. If you're a rookie like I am, I recommend getting a good night's sleep before every day of orientation. I also recommend studying your materials. There is absolutely no reason, in my mind, why you can't at least read through the books. There's not enough time during this orientation to actually memorize all of the policies and to know everything. That's the reason why they send you on a trainer's truck for a month. Or 14,000 miles, whichever one comes first. But, yeah, study your materials. Treat it just like you would CDL school. There's a lot of very important policies as far as pay, how to get paid. This turns out this industry is a lot like being self-employed, and the fact that you are responsible for turning in your paperwork in order to get paid. If you don't turn in paperwork, they don't have any evidence that you did what you said you did. So they need physical evidence. So there's lots of different ways to be able to turn in the paperwork, and there are multiple ways that you have to, both digitally, through faxing and scanning paperwork, and also through your Qualcomm. So if I remember correctly, I think there's 49 different macros, and each of those macros are a different form. You won't use them all, but you'll use about 25 of them on a regular basis. So get familiar with your macros. That's what I've been studying the most. I got a pretty cool reward today. I was the 3rd student in 2 years to not have missed any questions on my tests. That includes rehires and new, fresh rookies like myself. That's pretty cool. Their certificate, it's nice to be recognized, but I did get a couple of free things. I got a really, really, really nice pair of leather gloves. So I'm going to be using those sparingly because I brought my own pair of leather gloves. They're much cheaper. But these are really nice gloves. I got a safety vest. I got a couple of cool toboggans, which I don't know how useful those will come in May, but they're going to be useful later on. Got a ruler and a calculator and just a couple of other things that I kind of needed. So it pays to study. It really does. And I believe that knowing this information is going to make my job a lot easier. So all I really need to worry about is driving instead of trying to learn all these policies and rules. One thing that is really nice, I went on that road test. I was in the last group that went to get tested. And whenever I got back, the trainer, the instructor, the examiner, the guy that said if we passed or failed, he pulled me to the side. I asked him a question whenever I got done driving. What would he tell me to work on first? What's the biggest thing that you think that I need to work on? He wouldn't answer me in front of everybody else, which I found very respectful. And whenever we got back to the yard after everybody tested, he pulled me to the side and told me that he wanted to take me on the road. Pretty cool. He's not a full-fledged owner-operator. He's working on buying his truck right now through the lease purchase program. But that means he's going to want to run a lot of miles. So, you know, as long as we don't have too many breakdowns and he doesn't turn down too many loads, I should get quite a few miles this month. So I'm looking forward to that. It'll be a good start to the career. So anyway, like I said, guys, come prepared as you can be. One thing I will say, you know, I'm here in Oklahoma City, and this week, the first week of May in 2018, all of Tornado Alley, the Central Plains in the country, is under a tornado watch, basically. And we have some pretty bad storms rolling in right now. So I wanted to film this, and hopefully I can get it uploaded before the storms hit. The hotel here has a safe area. I'm hoping that it's big enough for all the residents here. But I'm on the third floor of the hotel in my room. So, yeah, not too cool. There was a tornado in southwestern Oklahoma this evening. There was a tornado in Kansas last night. So I do ask that you guys keep people in the Central Plains in your thoughts and your prayers. This is a bad part of the year. I moved to Oklahoma City back in the year 2000. I lived here for a brief stint, and in the year 2000 there was a really, really bad EF5 tornado here, and I lived in the part of town that it got hit, so this is kind of bringing back some memories. But I expect everything will be fine, and we'll get out of here. I'm not sure if I'm leaving tomorrow or when I'm leaving on that trainer's truck. He had a few things. He lives here in town, so he had a few things that he was here in town working on personally. So I'll kind of have a better idea of when we're leaving out, if we're leaving Friday or if we're leaving out next week. But yeah, other than that, things are going well. All the hard work and preparation has led me up to this point, so now it's just time to sink or swim. I plan on swimming. So, yeah, guys, it's been a ride. It's been a journey. I'm not officially hired on. I'll find out tomorrow morning, you know, if everything checked out. Hopefully it did. I had a few employers that were hard to get a hold of. One of them I had left 2 years ago just because there wasn't any work, there wasn't any money being made, and his phone's disconnected. Great. So luckily I had some references that knew I was working there, professional references, and I'm really hoping that they answered their phone and verified that I was there. So we'll find out in the morning. But anyway, guys, I'm going to get off here and try to find a safe place to be. Yeah, fixing to be rolling. I'm looking forward to it. Y'all have a good evening. Have a good morning. Have a good day. Whatever time of day it is that you're watching this. And thank you again for all of the support, for all the comments and advice, and just general positive energy. I really, really hope that this has helped answer some questions about how trucking school goes and what the process is like. I'll let you guys know tomorrow how everything worked out for me, and yeah. Rolling Stone, I'm out.